Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Monday, Moon Day, February 26th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to number 9 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. So when it comes to the spirit animal, we have the otter. And with the otter energy, the otter ties into the water element, but then the otter also ties into being strategic, being organized, working smarter and not harder. The otter energy also brings me to the fact that this is business, it's not personal. And when it comes to the energies in the day, things add up and reduce to number 9 vibration. So with things adding up and reducing to a 9 vibration, the number 9 brings something to an end or it evolves to the next level. And with the moon in Libra though, the moon is in a place where we are having a hard time focusing on what's best for ourselves, but instead we're looking at, we're straddling the fence and looking at, we're looking at the benefits that things bring, but at the end of the day, what's really good for you? Like what's best for you is a question to ask yourself today as you may struggle when it comes to making up your mind about certain things. Because with the moon in Libra positively aspecting Mars and Venus in Aquarius, you know, the positive aspect brings to social and connecting with other groups. So it's like, the focus is on what's best for your social image or the people you associate yourself with and not wanting to disappoint others. And with the moon opposed Neptune and Pisces, there's a hard time going within and reflecting on what's best for you. So instead of worrying about, you know, loss of public image and social circles and things like that, like how does things make you feel? With the otter energy tying into the water element, it brings me to emotions, but having a detached way of dealing with things to the point where you realize it's not personal, it's business. You know, this is what needs to be done. And being able to release and let go what's not working and realize that it's not personal, it's business. That feels like a thing today. It's not personal, it's business. And Monday, Moon Day deals with emotions, but with the moon in Libra and Monday being such an emotional day dealing with emotions, it's like we're not allowing ourselves to feel our emotions because we're too busy in our heads going back and forth, swinging super fast like the pendulum, trying to figure out which is the best path to take. So today feels like crossroads energy. I'm at the crossroads. I need to make a decision, but I don't know which decision to make. This is where the person's like, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. You know exactly what to do. You're just afraid to do what needs to be done. So this is where, yeah, you know exactly what to do, but at the same time, you're afraid of losing the perks that will come with you doing what needs to be done in certain cases. But Mondays for me, like I always say, is a day of self-care. Mondays is a day where we have to take it easy on ourselves more than others. Monday being Moon Day brings me to like full moon energy. And I feel like with full moon energy, it's like the veil is super thin. We're able to see things and feel things that we're normally able to act like we're not experiencing. So to me, Monday is like a female cycle. And, you know, on the cycle being way more emotional than normal because on any other day, you're able to, suppress those emotions. But on the cycle, like the full moon, the emotions are out in the open and there's just no way around them. But with the otter energy is bringing me back to looking at something in a practical way, not taking something personal. It's not personal. This is just what needs to be done, is a view of how I'm getting things. I was listening to a podcast earlier while I was on my walk in the AM, and it was interesting what she said. This lady was giving a talk, and she was giving a talk about words and spells. But what stood out to me about her talk is her mentioning that on Mondays, Moon Day, between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m., there's the highest count of heart attacks that happen specifically on Monday within that time frame. And I think she said she heard Deepak Chopra was the one who shared that stat, but then she also found other medical professionals that stat is available, but she heard it from Deepak Chopra. I heard it from her. I don't remember what her name is. But when I heard it, I'm like, that makes sense, because Monday, Moon Day, the emotions are so much, emotions are so much more intense. We feel things so much more real than other times where the veil is not as thin. So it's like, when it comes to Mondays, it's very important for us to take care of ourselves. When it comes to Monday, every day we should be taking care of ourselves. But to me, when it comes to Mondays and starting the day, it's very important for us to start it intentional and be gentle with ourselves, caring with ourselves, nurturing with ourselves. I feel like when it comes to affirmations, Monday, the minute we open our eyes, and some days I'll do this where it's like, I'm aware that I'm up, but I didn't open my eye yet. And before I even open my eyes, I start chanting positive affirmations to myself before I open my eyes. I feel like Monday should be that kind of intentional day where you get up, and before you even get up, you're speaking to yourself so kindly. Yes, you got to get up and go to work, but you're very intentional about every step that you're taking. You're intentional when you're brushing your teeth, as if you're loving on your teeth, as if your teeth were precious diamonds that you were given to take care of. That also adds value to your life. And you're brushing them with gratitude. You're brushing your hair with gratitude. You're showering yourself with gratitude. To me, Monday is just that day where you want to ground yourself and love on yourself. When it comes to the tarot, interesting. We have the Strength card in the reversal position. So I feel like with the Strength card coming out with the reversal position, for me, this ties into what I was saying with the otter energy, something about not taking something so personal. I feel like something today we're experiencing it, and it's so easy to blow it out of proportion. It's so easy to feel like something is an attack when it really wasn't. It's not personal. It's like, it's like someone not being accepted for something or being rejected from something. And it's like, it has nothing to do with you. It just, like, you might not have been what's needed here, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that there's no more opportunities for you. To me, sometimes a door has to be all the time. When doors close on us, to me, they're closing on us to direct us into where it is that we're supposed to go. Because it's so easy for us to spend years and years wasting time in places we have no business. So to me, it's like the sooner the door closes on us to push us out, the better. But with the Strength card in the reversal position, the Strength card always brings me to that beast within us. Like the lion that she's taming is that lion within all of us. That part of ourselves that sabotages us and just F-ish up in our world. And we sit back and it's like, what the hell did I do? Why did I do that? Oh my God, I need to fix this. To me, that's that beast. That's that part of ourselves that, we get mad or we get annoyed or we get frustrated. And it's like that child or that pet you leave at home, and you come home and they have torn everything up because they want your attention. In the reversal position, to me, it's almost like feeling like, you know, it's almost like someone feels like they're losing control, like they don't feel in control. Something feels more than you. Something feels bigger than you. Something feels stronger than you. Not feeling significant enough for a thing. And it brings me back to the moon in Libra. And when you think about the scales and how we put ourselves on one side of the scale, and then we put people, places, and things on the other side of the scale, and we determine our worth based on the things that we're comparing ourselves to on the other side of the scale. And, you know, it goes back to that saying, you know, that I've heard somewhere, comparison is the thief of joy. And whenever I find myself comparing myself to something, like, you know, I've made a habit of redirecting myself from that, because nothing good can come from that. You know, nothing good can come from that. So when it comes to the energies in today, you know, some of us could find ourselves feeling really down and out or really low because we're comparing ourselves to a thing. And I think about Libra being the scale, and then on the opposing side of Libra is Aries, and how Aries is the competitor. But something that I've come to the realization within myself a while back was that in order for someone to compete, someone cannot compete with me if I'm being authentically myself. They could only imitate me, but they can't compete with me. The only time you'll find yourself and others in competition, you in competition with others or feeling like they're in competition with you, is when you're both trying to imitate something that is. And a lot of the time people only notice someone's in competition with them because the other person might appear to be winning at the moment. But whenever we find ourselves feeling like we're in competition with others or they're in competition with us, is because we're trying to both imitate something outside of ourselves. It's like being in school and the teacher, you know, giving us an assignment or a thing to do, and then, you know, we're put in competition with each other. You know, we're put to try to we're both put to try to imitate or be the best version of that thing that was placed in front of us. But when we're living our lives authentically and living it according to our own terms, someone will never be able to compete with you. They could only imitate you, because they could only see what you've already done. And if you're living life according to your own terms, then there's no repetitive way when it comes to how the compass inside of you is guiding you. So when it comes to the energies in today, you know, it brings me to taming that beast within. And taming that beast within will look different for each of us. For me, when it comes to me taming that beast within me, my beast is more logical, meaning I have to ask myself questions and clear my mind by questioning what it is that I'm feeling, how I'm feeling, why I'm feeling, get to the root of it. Once I realize that my belief isn't based in any truth, by questioning them, is like questioning a liar. And from questioning a liar, you know, they realize that they're a liar if they didn't before, by answering their own questions. So it's like I question my limited beliefs. And once I've questioned those limited beliefs, and a limited belief for me might be me saying I'm not good enough. And I'll say to myself, how do you know what makes you not good enough? What does it mean to be good enough? Who decides what's good enough? And from questioning myself, I realized that my belief isn't rooted in any truth. And once I realize it's not rooted within any truth, that's when I create an affirmation to replace the negative self-belief that I had before. So now every time I say that negative thing or think that negative thing, I redirect my attention to the positive affirmation that was put in place to replace that. So yeah, when it comes to the energies in today, comparison is a thief of joy. There's something about comparison, something big about comparison, not fitting in, not blending in, not wanting to rock the boat, and not wanting to let go of something out of fear of moving to the next level, and fearing of moving to the next level because there's a lot of unknown within the next level. And also too, when it comes to the next level, you know, when we're at the level that we're used to, a lot of times we'll find ourselves the king within that level. Where when we go to the next level, it's like being in is it seventh? It's like being in 8th grade. You're at the last grade of middle school. But when you go to high school, you're going to be a freshman again and you're at the bottom. Where today's energy brings this feeling of not wanting to go to high school because you don't want to be a freshman. So instead, you'll rather stay at the highest level of middle school to say you're a king. Because when you go to high school, you're not a king or a queen again. You're back at the bottom and you have to work your way back up to that status. So there's something about today that needs to be released or evolved to the next level. And there might be a hard time releasing or evolving that thing to the next level because there's this feeling of feeling incomplete without it. You know, not feeling incomplete and insignificant without it. So because of that, we're trying to talk ourselves into remaining the same when it comes to something. But, it's not personal. I feel like that's what something about today is like, to remind yourself, this isn't personal. Something is happening today or being perceived today, and it's important to know it's not personal. It's never personal. And for me, when I reflect on my life, this wouldn't have happened if that didn't have happened, and that wouldn't have happened if that wouldn't have happened. So it's like everything that's happening is happening for my greatest good. So in the moments when I'm stressed out and the most terrified, I say to myself, God, I don't know why this is happening, but I trust you. I don't know why this is happening, but I trust you. For some, God could be the creator of all. For others, God could be their higher self or the universe. Whatever it is that you say, whatever you feel comfortable, whatever it is that you believe in and look up to. I don't know why this is happening, but I trust you. I trust that everything will make sense soon because it always does. And it's normal. This is not the first time where I am confused in the middle of it all. So I remind myself, this is not the first time where I am confused in the middle of it all, but I know it will make sense. So let me just surrender and enjoy the process. And I know that's easier said than done, because with the whole otter energy and not taking it personal, this isn't personal, this is business. It's easy for our emotions and our ego to feel rejected and not feel enough, but we have to remind ourselves, this doesn't define me. This does not define me. I define me. I am defined by X, Y, and Z. Such a pleasure sharing this message with you. If you'd like to book a natal chart awareness coaching session with me, or check out my exclusive contents only available on Patreon. The links for booking with me and checking out Patreon are both in the description box below. Before you go anywhere, please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a brown heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.